garden experimenting here. As you can see, pretty much everything's moved out of the seed starter there. My potatoes have turned into a jungle. That's the 4 little black, you see the black pots that the carrots are doing so-so in. 4 of those pots with potato plants are in that corner. Here, I'm going to try to get you around the corner to see. I can't get you around the corner. I have another tomato plant. Maybe I can get you around to see it. Yep, another cherry tomato plant there. My buttercup squash. They are in a large muck bucket. I've got 3 plants of them. And here I've got a broccoli, and somehow an amaranth and a broccoli jumped into the same container. Here's more broccoli. Here's an additional buttercup squash. And I just heard about, there's more amaranth and another grape tomato. I heard someone saying they start their seeds in eggshells. And as soon as you see a seedling start to pop up, then you put it in something else, and then it uses the nutrition from the eggshells. So this is and if you can't get the eggshell out without breaking it, you just bury the whole biodegradable cardboard with it. So this is my first time. I'm gonna do some chard, some bush beans, and some grape tomatoes in these eggshells, and we'll see if that works. When I tried to water them, like no water went through the shells, so I'm afraid it might be drowning them. I can't really climb over, so I'm gonna do like the 2 times to try to give you a view into the other room. As you can see, my 3 pots of potatoes are doing really well in there. They're taking off, they're getting bigger than the lights. And yeah, this is it's sitting in one of my little biodegradable bags. I was hoping to have it hold out to go outside. You can see that it's already climbing up. It's a pea plant. And then next to the strawberries that aren't doing so great, we've got in the corner there is a bush bean. And then that littler plant is a grape tomato. So far, really impressed with how the potatoes are doing. Carrots, so-so. I never really have luck with carrots. But I do have a couple I have, like I said, these buttercup squashes off to a start. I'm just hoping that if I fertilize them enough, that their roots will do okay with the limited soil space. And that's another one in there. I did go buy some actual potting soil today to mix in with the coconut coir that I have and the perlite, because I had been out of actual soil. So that's where I'm at. And like I said, the 3 big pots of potatoes in the bedroom, the spare bedroom, are doing well too. So that's an update on my indoor apartment gardening. I'm going to get ready to take that seed starter out and just put I believe that one has room for 9 plants when you take the tiny little 50 space seed starter out. So I can put some larger plants that I'm actually going to let grow in there. And that's everybody for the time being. Like I said, this eggshell thing is just an experiment that I saw somebody do. So, do I have high hopes for it? No, but I just froze a bunch of eggs. So I had a pile of shells sitting there, and I thought I have way more seeds than I need. So if it works, great. And if it doesn't, it's really not the end of the world. Hoping these broccoli take off. That would be really nice. I've never grown broccoli before. And that's it. I'll let you see as things, and if you can see, I got this tomato cage. Now it's kind of, one wall of it is up between the carrots and the potato plants, because potato plants are starting to fall over. Along this other wall, which is the wall that behind it is the stairs, is the back of the cage, and that's what I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get these to trellis up this. So I'm sure it's going to involve some tying and twining because their inclination is going to be to lean the other way towards the light source. But that's what all the little trellis tying is for. Start a garden, start small, start in a window if that's where you have room. But, you know, like I said, I've said in other videos, I just took a hallway that I didn't really use outside of a room that's just used for storage. And I'm getting a head start on the growing season, which is very short where I live. So wish me luck with my little egg experiment. And I'm hoping these guys don't crowd each other out too much. The amaranth seeds are so tiny and the broccoli seeds are very small. So I think when I was setting them up together, like here you can see an amaranth that's doing well on its own and the broccoli that are doing well on their own. These guys got stuck in one little pod by accident. So I'm hoping by giving them a bigger space, maybe because their root systems were already intertwined. So it was either toss them or put them in a bigger pot and hope they have room for both of them to grow. I like to be an optimist. I figure I'll give that a chance. If it looks like they're dying out, I can always pull them out and put something else in. So yeah, really my big experiment is the eggshells, and I will let you know if anything pops out as far as that. And like I said, if my understanding is if you have difficulty getting the eggshells out when it's time, like you see your little seedling coming up and you want to pop it into one of these little grow bags that I frequently try to describe. See what I mean about them being made out of? It looks kind of like what you'd make a tea bag out of. You fill them with whatever growing medium you use. Now I have them sitting in a wet tray without holes so that they're getting their water from the bottom, so that with the delicate little plants, I'm not knocking them over by watering from the top. This is what it looks like empty. You just unfold it, put whatever growing medium you're using in there, put your plant in there. You can fold the sides down to have it shorter until your plant grows up, and as your plant gets taller, you unfold it and can add some more soil. So that's it. That's an update on what I got, what's growing on here in the hallway. I'm really happy with how these look. I hope they continue to do well. It would be really cool to me to grow a couple winter squash indoors. And like I said, you know, couldn't be happier with the little jungle of potato plants I got going on over there. And I did buy another 10-pack of strawberries that I'm going to plant in soil because only like two look like they're doing great and one's hanging in there. So strawberries don't seem to like this. And that is my bok choy, my purple lady bok choy, which is growing really nicely. That's going to be ready to eat in no time because that is meant to be a small bok choy. So that'll be ready to eat in no time. And I just, in that pod in the back there that you can't even see a plant starting in, I just put that in. I put Swiss chard. So by the time I'm pulling this out, hopefully Swiss chard will be starting to grow there. And like I said, I've got the pea climbing up. And the next thing I have is something taped to the wall for it to grab onto. So it went from the wire to now it's going up the wall. And that's that. Happy gardening. Stay home, keep yourself busy, stay safe, and talk to y'all soon.